Meghan Markle, the Duchess of Sussex, has emerged victorious from a defamation lawsuit filed against her by her half-sister Samantha Markle. Go, Meghan. That was a tweet. This is only one of many similar sentiments coming from Meghan Markle's fans who are elated over what appears to be a victory for the Duchess of Sussex. Don't get excited just yet if you are a member of the Sussex camp. The legal battle between Samantha Markle and her half-sister Meghan Markle is not over just yet. There's a caveat. Meghan could be brought to court and made to testify. I'll give you all the pertinent details right after this. Welcome to True Lies Scandals. I'm happy you're here. Thank you, whether it's your first time or you are a returning fan. Hopefully you've subscribed, but if you haven't, all it takes is one click of the subscribe button below on your screen. Follow me on Twitter and Facebook, like, comment, share the video, and check out my video collection whenever you have the time. Whatever works for you. Much thank you and appreciation as always. Samantha Markle is Meghan Markle's half-sister. Both women have the same biological father, a man named Thomas Markle. Samantha is the plaintiff in the case. Samantha filed a defamation lawsuit against the defendant in the case, Meghan Markle. The civil case was filed last year for statements made in the book Finding Freedom. The book is supposedly an unauthorized biography of Markle's life written by royal commentator Omid Scobie, who is also an author and alleged unofficial spokesperson for Harry and Meghan. Information in the public domain states that the book was written with the Duchess's contribution through a third-party source. However, it was concluded that Meghan was directly involved in the publication of the said book. These details came out during a court case, which I won't really get into at the moment, but Meghan was given evidence in the case, and that's how the court learned that Meghan had some kind of involvement in the publication of the book, which she had initially denied. And in court, she said something to the effect that she did not recall giving the information, and basically everyone said that she lied on the stand. Anyway, Samantha also claims Meghan defamed her by discussing their relationship with Oprah Winfrey on live TV during the now infamous 2021 tell-all watched by more than 50 million people worldwide. Samantha accuses Meghan of lying by saying she's an only child. Here is the main alleged defamatory statement. Markle said to Oprah, "But I grew up as an only child, which everyone who grew up around me knows, and I wished I had siblings. I would have loved to have had siblings. That's why I'm so excited to be pregnant, so that Archie has someone." The former royal also said she and Samantha never had a close relationship and barely knew each other. Samantha's lawyers claim Meghan's statements amount to a tort called injurious falsehood. Guys, Meghan essentially disowned Samantha as her half-sister, which Samantha obviously finds deeply hurtful. Another thing that Meghan said to Oprah during the interview is that Samantha changed her name back to Markle. She changed her married name and changed it back to her maiden name Markle when Meghan was dating, I think began dating Harry, or when she married Harry, suggesting that Samantha was doing it to, I guess, become or be seen as the famous half-sister of Meghan. Samantha came to the court with the suit to prove that what the Duchess said is false, and accused Meghan's fans that caused Meghan's fans, what Meghan said, was false, and that caused Meghan's fans to troll her on social media, making hateful comments towards her. In disputing the alleged false statement, Samantha said she and Meghan had a wonderful relationship during childhood, and that she had regularly driven her to school and helped her with her homework. Here is a photo of Meghan leaning into Samantha, all smiles at Samantha's graduation. Okay, I thought they weren't close family members, as Meghan says. Well, do you go to the graduation of someone you really don't really know? Anyway, let's take a look at what is injurious falsehood. Injurious falsehood, according to McCunchy law, the tort of injurious falsehood, also known as trade libel, consists of the malicious publication of a falsehood concerning the plaintiff, which will be Samantha in this case, that leads other persons to act in a manner that causes actual loss, damage, or expense to the plaintiff. Injury to reputation is not a necessary element to this tort. In other words, Samantha is calling Meghan Markle a liar. But what's new? Everybody and their mama have been calling the Duchess a liar. In July of 2022, Meghan's legal team filed a response to Samantha's defamation claims, saying this: "It is hard to imagine a more personal and subjective feeling than how one views their own childhood." Meghan's lawyers argued that Samantha completely ignores the context in which Meghan discussed saying she grew up as an only child to Oprah. They went on to say this: Meghan's response to that question, that she grew up as an only child, was obviously not meant to be a statement of objective fact that she had no genetic siblings or half-siblings. Rather, it was a textbook example of a subjective statement about how a person feels about her childhood. Anyways, news broke Friday suggesting Meghan Markle, the Duchess of Sussex, won the defamation suit brought by her half-sister Samantha Markle. Big-name media outlets like the New York Post ran the story with this headline: Meghan Markle wins defamation lawsuit against half-sister Samantha. TMZ headline reads: Meghan Markle's sister Sam's defamation case tossed. Independent follows with: Meghan Markle wins lawsuit against half-sister Samantha as Florida judge dismisses case. Anyway, news that Meghan won doesn't appear to be completely factual. In fact, you should be getting ready for round 2. What actually happened was, and is more accurately reported yesterday by the BBC, is the Duchess of Sussex has won her bid to throw out a U.S. defamation case brought by her half-sister. Big difference. And by the way, not yesterday, the BBC report came out on Friday. Big difference in the details. Needless to say, BBC failed to state that the case isn't over just yet and include the judge's ruling to confirm this. Well, that's why you have True Lies Scandals. We like to dig deep and try to give you the details others may have missed. First thing to note, as I understand it, the case did not go to trial, where Samantha, Meghan, and Prince Harry, I'm told, I've read, would have also been called to give testimony, along with other witnesses, would have had to testify under oath in court. In other words, the case didn't see the light of day. Of course, anti-Sussexes were salivating in anticipation for Meghan to get drilled and cross-examined on the stand. The question is, will they get the opportunity in round 2 of Samantha versus Meghan? GB News journalist Dan Wooten was quick to tell us the media got it wrong and criticized them for putting a spin on what actually happened in court. He wrote this on Twitter. For those getting far too excited today, Samantha Markle fights on in her case against her sister, Meghan. Will now include false claims made in the Netflix reality show and tissue of lies Oprah interview. How is this possible when Markle won the bid to throw out the lawsuit before trial? Well, Florida judge Charlene Edwards Honeywell ended up granting Meghan's motion to dismiss the case due to Samantha's failure to state a legal claim. What that means is Samantha's claim would not stand up in court as a claim for defamation. In other words, on the face of it, what Meghan said to Oprah Winfrey does not amount to a malicious publication of a falsehood, and proving that element of defamation was critical for the case to move forward. Judge Honeywell dismissed the case, saying that Ms. Markle's statements amount to an opinion and are, quote-unquote, not capable of being proved false, according to news reports. The judge further wrote this in the order to dismiss. As a reasonable listener would understand it, defendant merely expresses an opinion about her childhood and her relationship with her half-siblings. Thus, the court finds that defendant's statement, that's Meghan Markle's statement, is not objectively verifiable or subject to empirical proof. Plaintiff cannot plausibly disprove defendant's opinion of her own childhood. The judge also dismissed Samantha's defamation claim based on the contents of the book Finding Freedom. However, that claim was dismissed with prejudice. Dismissing a case with prejudice means that the plaintiff, who's Samantha here, cannot refile the same claim again in that court. Here is where it gets tricky, and the fine prints Meghan's supporters and some news reports must have missed. Judge Honeywell dismissed Samantha's third claim for defamation based on the CBS interview by Meghan without prejudice. I believe this is referring to the Netflix docuseries, or it could be the Oprah Winfrey interview. And some of the allegations or statements about Samantha and the Markle family members made in one or both of those two televised production. Dismissal without prejudice means that the judge dismissed the plaintiff Samantha's case without damaging her right to bring the same case again in the same court. Judge Honeywell went on to order that Samantha may amend her claims and refile the lawsuit claiming defamation in the CBS interview within 14 days of the dismissal order. The dismissal order is dated March 30th, 2023. Will Samantha refile? Does she have a good chance of winning the bid to have the case tried? Will she win the defamation by injurious falsehood against her narcissistic half-sister? We'll have to wait and see. Thank you for listening. I can't wait to hear your opinions in the comment section. Like, share, subscribe, give a gift if you will, or come back soon for more true lies, scandals. You're always welcome. See you soon.